I was doing some digging and I couldn't help but notice there is almost no content available for Synthetik 2. Lots of people downloaded it. Some YouTubers are playing it, but not enough, so I'm gonna add my shit to the shit pile essentially. 125% escalation, haven't played that before. Haven't played this class before. This is the Recon Sniper. Kind of a stealth assassin type character. Silence pistol. I think I've picked a loadout that comes with a crossbow. You can laser sight people. Look, let's just get into it. It'll be obvious. Synthetik 2, sequel to Synthetik Legions Rising. Pretty popular roguelike game. Became more popular because a certain YouTuber who will remain unnamed did a pretty popular video on it. I played a shit ton of that game and I'm really enjoying this one so far, I gotta say. So we're just gonna pop out here and do our best to learn the class. Don't know why I wasn't firing then. Probably something I didn't read before I got in here, which would be very much like me. So look, I'll take out these guys and we'll give you a rundown of what's going on in terms of skills. Alright, so we got a dash. I got it on my right mouse button. Looks like it reloads if you have an empty weapon, which is good with this crossbow, so maybe we'll test that out here. Empty. It did not reload. If not empty, good job. Yeah, good job there. We also have warning poles, which is one of the alternates I took. It distracts enemies. So I think they should be lured to... Okay, clearly I don't know how any of the abilities work. If they cross paths with it, they're slowed, and then I can do that. Alright, that seems pretty logical. How good is that? Increases damage taken, heal when attacked, and I get a little bit of movement speed when I chuck it down. Last ability here is a targeting laser, which literally is just aim better, recoil less. Hold it down, you move slower, but you aim better. Gives you a little laser, which I think looks pretty cool. Do that, basically. So pretty simple. Also really like that this guy has a cape. But we're just gonna get into it. I've only done 3 or 4 runs of this game so far, but I had really good success last time. I was playing as, I think it's called the Demolisher, and I'm about to die as this character, so it's gonna go very different. We also have, if you're on our F1 key, a little ammo box, which also heals us at the end of a level. I just thought I'd pop it out there, give you guys a look. I buffed the difficulty because I did so well on that last run as the Demolisher. I got to the 3rd loop. I was kind of messing around at that point because there were places I needed to be, and I didn't want to just stop the game and load it. So I ended up dying, but I'm not trying to make excuses. The game's fucking hard at that point. Should I be swearing? I don't know. I don't care. So, I'm gonna pass on here. We've got a dog whistle. I need to look at that. I don't think that was in the original game. Best of my memory. So as long as we don't die here immediately, we will take a look at the dog whistle. Okay. Dog whistle. 10 units. 10 uses? Oh, regains charges every 10 enemies killed, and you get a dog. Allows petting the dog to heal it. Oh my god, I pet it. That was incredible. So hopefully he gets in there. I don't know how aggressive he is. I haven't used that item before, but do our best here. See the weapon chest up there? I just wanted to peek down here. Open that one up. We got the bison. I don't know how to pronounce that. Bison? that's not gonna help. But increased spare ammo is good. I'm not really sure that's what's fully auto. Looks like a submachine gun of some description. That seems great. We'll give it a go. I'm going to keep dashing by accident. The dash for this character dashes backwards, which is very different and I'm not used to it yet. So I almost need to like face the other way before I dash to get that extra movement. But we'll move on here with the Bison. Seems pretty strong so far. That canine lasts a while. I don't know if it's basically permanent. Okay, it looks like it leaves on the levels over. We can just resummon him here. Once we get 3 more kills by the looks. So. Onwards. Dear Lord. Control by S. Ton of help. I'm really not sure how I feel about these like distractions. Like, only being able to place them just advantageous seems kind of average. Holy, okay. So I've never commentated over anything before, and what I'm finding is that it's really hard to focus and talk at the same time, and as a result I'm playing terribly. I follow a lot of YouTubers and I secretly judge them on how well they do at games, not knowing that it's really hard to play and talk at the same time, which I thought would be really easy. And some people are so incredibly good at it, it's not even funny, but my ass is not. And it's making me like more anxious too. It's making me like feel the need to perform well, which is it's only going to end badly, I think. So. As we come along here, just gotta do our best. Be great comedic timing right now if I aim shit. Let's summon the dog. And stay at long range. I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want all this talking to be for nothing, you know. So, okay, we're okay. We got a weapon upgrade kit. So we'll get relative safety, and then we'll some upgrades. Oh my god, no such thing. And those guys are slow. Starting to get a feel for that one now. Okay. Still feel like I'm in huge danger here. Oh my god. Ow. This is like sad. This is an abysmal method. Yeah. Looks like there might be some sort of shield generator giving these guys the extra HP. Maybe. Alright, so. Weapon upgrade kits. I'm gonna look at maybe upgrading this weapon because I feel like with just a little bit of accuracy it could be solid. Short range, short medium range. So we'll pop an upgrade kit here. So we're going to open the weapons screen, go to upgrade. It gives us choices of attachments. So let's have a look here. Hit shrapnel towards other nearby targets when ready. Remove 1 additional plating. Plating is like the armor that enemies have. It kind of blocks hits. Shots increase fire rate and ammo regeneration up to 10 times. Resets when the maximum is reached or after 2 seconds. It doesn't give any more clip size, so I feel like it's going to drain the clip really quickly. Weapon shots for 25% chance to fire shrapnel, which is effective in close range. I feel like Reflector was really good when I first used it. It kind of gives you a little ricochet effect. So we'll give it a go here as well. Don't mind like the pure DPS of the weapon, it's a little unwieldy. Maybe the ricochet will help that a little bit. And the laser pointer, can't forget to be using that. And our K9 unit, so gotta remember all those things. I'm feeling okay. We had some close calls, but I think we're trying a new class. Can't have too high expectations at this rate. What I'm not used to is like the ammo regenerating. keep trying to reload my crossbow when it's full on ammo. I haven't realised that the shot has been regenerated straight into the magazine. I kind of got messed up by the lightning field, which makes me feel all the more smart for dashing across it. Turns out I was onto something after all. Again, not a lot of runs done of this game, so I don't know a whole lot of what's going on just yet. Holy crap, okay. So the cops are onto us. So I think an alarm bot might have gotten away, or might have just been to do with that building. But we're in the clear now, which is good, so we'll have a look at this item. Fusion mines, okay. Cool. So fusion mines drops mines like this. I'm going to activate it now. You can see these little blue things. They're basically proximity mines. If someone gets close to them, they explode. And this is a good opportunity to show you a new feature of this game also. So we have this little button. We have this menu here that shows all the items that we've picked up. So we've got the dog whistle here also. And we have a button here that can basically change most items from a manual activation, so the press of a button like I did just then, I press 2, to automatic activation. I'm actually going to change this to automatic activation. I don't trust myself to use these mines when they should be used, so we're just going to have it throw it out essentially if it's off cooldown, which, yeah, it's just one less thing I have to worry about. I believe as long as it's off cooldown and I'm in combat, it's going to drop them. Something like that. Alright, let's have a look at this shop here. This is a health shop, so it gives you various HP related upgrades. Nearby enemies take side damage based on maximum health. Kinda interesting. Oh, and I selected it by accident because I right clicked on it. So if you guys wanted to see the other ones, that's too bad. Clearly I wanted that one and nothing was going to stop me. So we'll have a look at this shop as well. Now this weapon here is the weapon I used on my last run. It is absolutely bonkers. It's only a basic, you know, like common sort of rarity weapon, but is crazy. These two, I believe I've used this bottom one before. Burst assault rifle. Could be good. Could be better than this like sort of garbage weapon I have right now. And we also have a sniper available to us, a radiation rifle with AoE, which seems really good, but we can't afford it. So I think what we're going to do is just going to save some money for now and just sort of move on with our lives. Obviously really low on health. This supply box heals us when we clear an area, so we should have a little bit more health going on to this next area. You can see it regenerated there. And it's still regenerating, which is good. So, moving right along here, you can see I entered combat and those mines dropped straight away. So we'll open up a new weapon here. Holy, okay. Ultra variant, greatly increased stats. This is a Leviathan, it's a red weapon. Red is either the highest or the second highest rarity you can get, so I'm really happy with this. You know what, instead of reading, let's just try it out on this poor sod here. Aha. Didn't seem to do that much. Oh, the crits did a lot. Oh, 11,000? Okay, maybe it's got some potential. Stun for 2 seconds and suppress nearby targets. Firing out of combat can cause a weak point hit, so... And we got this weapon variant. More damage, fire rate, reload speed, more magazine size. You don't gain as much ammo, and you have a little bit reduced movement speed. But this thing is absurd in terms of weak point damage, so against like human enemies, essentially, this shit's gonna go crazy. So what I'll probably do is replace crossbow with that and then keep the bison for like crowd clearing purposes. Yeah, so just absolutely missing the mark there, because no matter how good your weapon is, you yourself suck. That's kind of all she wrote. But we'll do our best. We'll do our best. Gotta get a feel for it, is what I find in this game, is that you need to get a feel for the weapons, how they work, what the accuracy is. I love the look of my character holding this weapon. I wish I could zoom in, because it looks like he's just like wielding a giant pencil to battle, which is something I'm a huge fan of. Can't wait to see people complain that I'm not summoning the dog enough. I basically forget any item or any ability that needs to be activated by the press of a button in this game. I will just consistently forget about. And it cost me a lot of runs in the original, just forgetting about items. So I'll try to do less of that, but I can't make any promises. It's late, I've had a beer, and again, it's unreliable, my items. So this seems to own. My first impression of this item is a little off. It seems to be at least relatively strong. So as long as we stay sort of careful, we should be able to deal a lot of damage. For upgrade kit, see if we can get this harpoon popping. Alright, what do we got? Steals shield when hitting other energy shields and increases damage towards shields, always nice. Extra weak point damage, kind of feel like this already has a bunch and doesn't really need more. Armor penetration is always good. This weapon has 30 AP, which I think is actually quite reasonable. Well, I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna go with the shield ceiling, I think. Might help survivability a little, which this character seems to struggle with. Last run, the character had a bunch of plating, which really helped. Extra armor. This is one of the squishier characters. I haven't actually played a squishy character in this game yet, so I'm kind of worried. Alright, so this item chest here has a red glow about it. In the original game, these would increase your threat level, which is kind of like the overall difficulty of the game, but it could just be a rare item. Okay, let's have a look. The Blood Right. Deal curse damage in a large radius on enemies in range and on self. Consecutive activations have more power. And it gives you a little bit of crit chance too. It also gives you more class XP, which is kind of cool. So we'll pop that in a pinch, but it is going to damage us. Which I'm just going to have a test right now, see how much it damages us. Again, on this poor sod. Okay. 500, and it looks like maybe 500 to us as well. So it says consecutive uses have more power. First use doesn't seem to do really all that much. Compared to just shooting a guy, you know? So we'll just keep it for the class XP for now. But okay, now I'm kind of understanding the appeal. As long as you can stay safe and behind something, kind of seems like could be really cheaty. If there's something I love, it's items that cheat and win the game for you, so I don't have to aim at people. So, you know, we'll use it if the situation calls, essentially. I hate you. Okay. I have a constant habit of, like, reloading weapons before they need to. If you don't know, in this game, when you reload a weapon, you actually waste the ammo that's left in the weapon. So it kind of works, I guess, realistically, you could say. Most games don't work like that, so just reload whenever there's even one bullet missing, so it takes a lot of getting used to. But it's a bit more tactical that way, and I do like that it works that way. Alright, we're gonna have a look at this shop here. So we have some items. So, tungsten core fires 2 power bolts which increase in damage. So we can either have it manual or when we eject our magazine. Could be good. Fires a powerful shot on 100 stacks. Passively gain stacks, kills get extra stats. Now I used this on my last run, it was excellent. Grants a chance for additional weapon shots for a duration. 75% extra shot chance. 25% for a free extra shot. And minus 40% heat, which is pretty cool. Let's scrap this one and we'll keep it on passive activation. I'm not sure if it's... Yeah, we could have it manually activate, but we'll keep it on passive for now. Alright. Cool. 2 more guys coming in today. The impact of the weapons in this game is awesome. That harpoon really feels like one. Only my aim were a little better. But we'll manage. These poles I'm struggling with. They seem strong enough, but just placing them in front of you just feels like such a bummer. Clearly I got some learning to do. Uh-oh, we got a big group here. I'm just gonna try and blindly fire off screen in the hopes that something happens. Just take it slow. I think this character needs to take it slow. They're not an aggressive sort of character, they're very methodical. Yeah, they're placing traps and shit, so... Oh! I should be switching weapons for situations like that. Let's just keep going. Dodge out the way of those. Getting used to like facing the opposite direction, which is good. It's just when I load up a new character, I'm going to be trying to do that. I'm going to be used to it. Alright, moving on. Okay. Class level up, which is good. Those should come hard and fast early on. Again, first time playing class. Let's have a rapid fire for a situation like this. Cool. Back off. Hey. Okay. All good. Just finish him. Protector, huh? So these guys are like elites or something. They got a big symbol on their head. They got a bunch of extra health. They still die in 2 shots to a harpoon, so that's all that matters to me. Alright, let's have a look at this shop. Black Market. Alright, we got a security attack. It allows hacking enemy units with a special melee strike, so I think it triggers automatically if you're in range. Steals 20 credits and staggers the unit. Also have armor up, which gives you plating and armor. Not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna take this. I'm feeling really vulnerable. Grants a random lost and found item. Recycling items now grants power to all other items. Also seems really strong. And I've never used it before. Fuck it, let's do it. Alright, so we got the C87 Slicer. Call in a Slicer drone, which attacks enemies in range. So in combat it'll just call it if it's off cooldown. Happy with that. This Bloodright thing. I like the class XP, but I'm not into it, and I love the idea of recycling it to increase the power of my other items. Now we can't see the power of our items in this menu, I don't think, but if we highlight them down here, then we can't see it here either. I'm not really sure how to check item power, but whatever, we'll recycle this. It says items improved, so that's good. Oh, we can see power now. So you can see at the top right of the icon, it gave everything 10%, plus 10% power. I suppose the logic is if it's on 100% power, it doesn't show you, but if it's on any lower or higher, it will. So 10% power to everything is not unreasonable though, so that's pretty good. We'll just have a quick look down here. Yeah, that's 4 enemies. I don't mind that, so over the course of a run, with the amount of items that you can potentially pick up, that slice is really cool actually. That might end up pretty powerful. Alright, I'm a little worried about our ability to fight bosses, and I feel like we got one coming up. So I'm gonna go for an upgrade on the Bison again. 20% chance to inflict bleeding, which reduces healing and it deals some extra damage. Ammunition pickup capacity as well as some extra magazine size is pretty good, to be honest. Every 6 shot or on weapon switch activates bonus damage, 60%, which is pretty solid, and reduces heat by 5%. All seem quite good. I'm going to try Bleeder. Yeah, let's give Bleeder a go. Okay, so I'm going to give a bit of a pre-warning if this is the boss. Currently in this game, the audio mixing for the boss cutscenes is a little high, and it doesn't scale down, as far as I know, with your settings. So I'm going to try and skip the boss cutscene as quickly as possible, but if it's a little harsher than it is, I apologize. Yeah, like that. So, hopefully you were muted or something for that. So we'll fight this boss here. This is a similar boss to the first game. Well, it's pretty much identical. The arena's just a little bit more manageable, I think. But basically it only fires in certain directions, and if you can avoid those directions, you're in business. So we took a bunch of damage because our weapon overheated then. Weapons overheat and fire them too much. Different weapons have different capacity for heat, meaning that you can fire them more before they overheat. So that's on us, but so far it seems like the bleeding might be pretty reasonable. Kind of want to just kind of focus in a little. Try and land some extra harpoon shots, and we're good to go. So not too tricky that first boss. Let's clean up the scraps. Just with our pistol, not in a lot of danger here. Alrighty. So, boss is dead. We're going to get basically a character-centric upgrade. These are unique to each character, so I haven't seen these ones before. So we can do weak point hits, stun, and cause bleeding. My problem there is that I don't think all enemies have weak points, and I don't think a lot of the bosses do. So, a lot of the time when you hit a weak point, you pretty much kill them anyway, except for later in the game, so having it stun and bleed is nice, but maybe not great. Mobility usage lays a laser mine and reloads 40% of the magazine instantly, on the other hand, sounds great. Being able to back, retreat, drop a mine. Let's give that one a go. So you can see there's the mine, which is pretty cool. So we'll see how well that works. Evaluate from there. Should have summoned the dog for that fight. How many times am I going to say that? Okay. EMP emitter in the area. So every now and then our shields are going to drop. It's actually pretty frequent, so... But there's no way, as far as I know, to tell where it actually is. So you just got to kind of clear the map as much as possible and hope that you sort of stumble across it sooner than later. Okay, interesting. So if something's chasing after you, that laser mine doesn't actually arm itself fast enough to kill it. Lots of little things we're learning at the moment, so it might be a good time to try and explain a few mechanics of Synthetik to anyone just kind of checking out this game if they haven't seen it before. Basically, it's a roguelike game, so you fight your way through, you have bosses, upgrades, and so on. It's trying to sort of imitate some degree of realism when it comes to how a weapon works and how a weapon fires. So the number one really important thing, if you see the reticle here, which basically shows where our bullets are going, the further away the reticle is from us, the greater the spread. And as we fire, well, this weapon becomes more focused as it fires, but most weapons become less focused as they fire. The other important thing is you can see this reticle is spreading out when we move and tightening when we're not moving. And that's really important, and it's also why you'll see me stop moving to shoot a lot of the time. So the number one thing to sort of get used to in the game is to stop moving when you shoot most of the time. Sometimes you will have to move and shoot just to take a risk. But that's kind of the basics when it comes to important things to remember. It's perfect reloads as well, so ejecting and then timing your reload to this little red blip. It gives you extra damage and also just reloads your weapons sooner. So we'll drop a mine there. Really drop a mine. On a cooldown or something. Kinda interesting. I'm not really 100% sure how that works at the moment. But again, we'll figure it out. Here I am giving advice on how this game works when I don't know the basics of my class, so, you know, take anything I say with a pinch of salt, I suppose. Anti-material rifle, hey. I kinda wanna stick with... Oh, hello. Ion marksman rifle, extreme damage, but long wind-up. Not sure if I'm into the long wind-up. And I'm not sure I'm into a fireball cannon either. I have used this before and it's just a little bit... I couldn't get it to work well, so we'll leave these for now, even though I am really tempted just to see how that works. We'll just move on. We already have like a legendary sniper-esque, so we'll keep using that. Make sure the dog's up. Just be methodical about the whole thing. That dog dies really, really quickly. Not really sure how useful that is. Oh my goodness. So that was it. I guess that shows you how quickly you can die in this game. We got to level 3, which is good. We really wanted to get to level 5 because that gives you extra tokens to unlock different characters. But we'll probably just call it there. Not sure if anyone's going to watch this, but if you do and you want to see more, just I don't know, keep watching, you know? See ya.